All right, so we were blipped, and I don't think this got through. Because this is, like I said, California, Western States Administrators. That is our insurance. That is the Bank of California, PIW, Wisconsin Avenue, $10,000. What transpired afterwards, truly, I have the prescribed medication of Dr. SOREL. I wanted the official KINKOS, Human Relations, Resources, whatever, People's Drug Store. I called, they had it. I called when I had the money if I needed to pay for it. They've been purged. What do you mean, purged? I was trying to get the medication. I told my gynecologist what medication I was on. So it's not as if I didn't get this Social Security disability. But what transpired in trying to get this information, which is mine, this Mullen and Hensel and this Mr. Wilcox and this cease and desist, and on top of that, he puts the people's names and their title. Really now? What century? And that was like 98. I mean, really, let's be realistic what happened here. Orfila will thank Nita Tuvison in his book. Nita Tuvison and Paul Orfila have very different managing styles. Nita Tuvison's boss is Ken Hightower, the Buckle. If the Buckle is in town, you just better be really kinkofied. Miss Tuvison has no liking for Mr. Orfila. Mr. Orfila started a lawsuit. And as she said, if I lose my job over copyright wrongdoing, you will lose yours. Now, any customer similar to the civil rights movement, you do not know who works for the Department of Justice investigating whether or not you're doing your job. Well, you think of it like that, because I know I'm the person who filled out the grant application. I say who works there, and I got that grant from the government. So somewhere is the grant with my signature that I did not lie. That being said, it could be from the lawsuit, Kinko's Graphics Corporation versus Basic Books. Now they're writing me a letter, the psychiatric, the collection agency for the Psychiatric Institute of Washington, because they want their money. Well, the Department of Justice, when you keep somebody after the expiration of work-related insurance, they had something to say about that. So who should have told me? This is not a little thing that the regional manager, Anita J. Peterson of Minnesota, who went to college with Don Harold, the manager of the KINKOS, regional manager in New York City, the writer of the Bible of KINKOS, The Amount of Steps. Oh, that's a think tank. And he created the space between the Xerox machines and the glue table and the counter. Well, he can't manage. Well, they went to college together in Minnesota. One or the other. You want to tell me there's a lawsuit? Maybe you should think about taking it because there are no packets. No, nobody told Sophia that. And I'm a little late because nobody met me at the subway, so I went out the wrong way and then I went around half the city. That's tricky. Yeah, it is. And the first thing I said after being a little late was, where are the packets? Oh, she's been sent and she doesn't even know about a judge's injunction. Well, this Anita J. Peterson, The second trip on the little white bus to Largo, McCormick Drive, Human Relations Commission. Mrs. Gregory is the investigator, and I did nothing to influence it because I want to see how this works out too in this little place called Prince George's County. Yeah, she did a great job. They want their money, and they're telling me how I can pay them with a credit card. October 18th, 9112 Edmonston Road. Admission, August the 6th to the 19th. Balance due after insurance. That's not enough to like, but I'm still standing. Not because of Elton John's song, I'm still standing, better than I ever did. After insurance, $4,190, insurance paid maximum calendar year. This date, we have received payment from your insurance carrier in regard to the above referenced account. The balance remains $4,190. Insurance paid maximum per calendar year. Because Psychiatric Institute of Washington requires full payment of self-pay portion, 90 days of discharge, here's your following options. Why don't you just say in the future when I continue to pay ELIOT, just go to the college guidance. And when Miss Peterson, the second retaliation suit after the first, insubordination, and you need to see, do you need to be medicated? They didn't even say that at UMBC. I said, do you want me to call my psychiatrist right now? Yes, and I did. He didn't even say finish your university. Finish your schoolwork, Sophia. Schoolwork? I have just made so many discoveries. Very interesting. Complete and return the bank credit card slip. At this time, I will say this. They gave me a shot of something. Oh, and I was better when I woke up. I woke up in a little room on a, what's he called? Ritter. On a Ritter, not, yeah, he passed away. Do you ever look? I look at everything. It's Ritter. Not on that, but on other, I didn't look, that. I look now, the tables in the medical offices. It's Ritter. Anyway, and there were two men, and I hope they were doctors, and they said about my legs, she appears to have muscles. Don't you know where my developed calf is? I should have one, and I've looked at a lot of bicyclists. I should have one. There was this man, he had a brick like a sponge for a calf. That's mine. It should be. It should, but it's not. Why don't they say what they gave me? Pharmacy, $96. Why don't you itemize? Laboratory, there's a lot of labs. What'd you do? I was asleep. I woke up. Not even late, bright-eyed. Here now, might as well enjoy it. $969. What kind of laboratory was that? An EKG, an EEG, and $74. And professional fees, really. Elliot charges $80 for 20 minutes. $275? What was that? Other therapeutic, $825. Medical supplies, $76. Psychiatric psychological services, $1,052. Miscellaneous. This must be the popcorn in the break room. Oh, whatever you want to call it. Popcorn, I swear to God. As if to say, at the end of a long, hard day, just, it's new, stick it in the microwave. It's microwavable popcorn. No, I don't make this up. It wasn't funny either. Trust me, it wasn't. None of these, listen, why should I be embarrassed? I wasn't born there. Everybody was born there. Like 1 mile from the KINKOS, born there. Two opposing schools, Northwestern High School and Eleanor Roosevelt High School, which is STEM before STEM. I'm just saying. And New York I am defending mine. And they could care less. Oh, trust me. No, I won't. Well, I won't. No, no, no. September the 23rd, 1991. Here's what you owe us. I owe you. There is nobody who has endured. This is not even enduring. I swear to God. You know, why don't you just decide what kind of a country you're going to be and get it over with? I have medical transportation. They know nothing. They are not, even when I had my dad in medical transportation, those gentlemen were certified CPR transport from the wheelchair to the seat of the taxi. And then when he got worse as his Alzheimer's and other things progressed, the minivan. Because I was looking for this, and it's not on the internet, and I found all of that. Former District Attorney of Westchester County, Janine PIERRE. Number one, they are never going to let this go. Look how much money it made them. No, they're not. First of all, I returned to my childhood dentist. Mr. Cox, a graduate of NYU Dental School. He did not go for a lavish office. He went with the Lyceum building. I'm just saying. Oh, please. That's his. That is a broken root canal file. He broke it. And then, that's not a filling. That's a crown. I think the other dentist wanted better reception before the transfer. Oh, come on. Who didn't see that episode of The Partridge Family? He heard everything on his braces. I'm just saying. 1996, $320. I went to the dentist prior to transfer. Somehow that tooth got cracked. Oh, yes, it did. And it was splitting out blood, depending on the streets in Baltimore. Yep, that's not nice. You think that my gynecologist was a cheapo? No, she's assistant professor too. Tina Rainey, Georgetown. You missed a couple of things. You knew nothing about potential for dysfunctional uterine bleeding or fibroids. You had no idea. If somebody has ever said I've had high blood pressure, I have never had high blood pressure, and I take advantage of lots of free things. Why not? July 7th, 1996, 109/73. Prince George's County, what are you? Employment Division. Did she ask? Look, I was audited for my color calendars and I had school. No, I have to have faith in what I put in place. I have faith that they are doing their job. I look at it every day. Nobody told me I was being audited. I gotta go. And she has to do her job because I'm trying to keep my job and finish my schoolwork, and I never once. You will find not one complaint to the ethno-violence of Mr. Habrowski, who was coddled in life. You were coddled. Do not address, Roberta, equity, inclusion, and diversity. I know these people that you are intimidating. They don't know how to talk. Well, I do. How many people were bypassed for your success, the same color of your skin, Mr. Habrowski? Somehow, you're Dr. Rainey. You would think I had never gone to the gynecologist. It was something of an infection. OV tetanus Tex. He's passed away. I had, what's it called? For the chicken pox. And there it was his plaque, Dr. Bathji. He took over the practice from Dr. Jajis in Ossining, my childhood person. $75. That's August the 23rd, 96. September the 13th, $25. Oh, please. They did a number on my body. You think that's funny? And they're not going to let go of it. Why should they? It's a moneymaker. $40. Then what happened? I am pedaling my bicycle from Terrytown to Ossining. I know how to ride a bike. Then I needed some kind of an x-ray. September 17th, 96, there's another 60. I think we're up to 200. October the 23rd, we're still trying to figure out what's wrong with her. $135. You've done nothing to me, trust me, because I know I wrote all of your complaint letters. There's not one part of... Here's all the canceled checks to Mr. Potter. I know people, she kept, I have never been that sick in my life. I will never throw this away. I am an incubator baby. I won't throw this away ever. Did I ever once get sent home for saying to a customer, more of my paycheck goes where? Did I give you not customer service? Did I ever complain? December 20th, 1991, $50. January 21st, 92, $50. We'll move someplace here. Nationwide credit 1993, $50. Are you going to teach me a lesson as an out-of-state student? No, you're not. Trust me. October 22nd, 1994, $50. Let's go to the campus years. January 21st, 1995, $50. George Mason Bank, Virginia. Your Theodora Lewis of the Patrick Henry Law Firm. I brought 3 binders, an hour and 15-minute presentation, higher education law for Maryland. I gave her everything she needed. And then she returns the binders to me in New York. We don't want it. Then I call Patrick Henry in Virginia, and he just laughed. She doesn't want it. March 20th, 1995, $50. Am I not? Oh, please. I have never made a late payment in life. You have done things to me, and I phone my mother. Bring me my checkbook. And I'm not going to have anybody with this little nonsense. I don't want to say anything because, but they are playing shit now. March the 6th, 1995. April the 21st, 1995. Everybody's getting paid during the time of the ethnoviolence. Are they not? June 27, 1995. Sure, everybody's getting paid. July 20th, 95. July 19th, 1996, from Chase Manhattan Bank, $200. You are the responsible people. I have a debt and an obligation. I have never backed out on an obligation ever in life. What you, Mr. Mullen, Hensel, and there's some checks. Oh, 1 second now. 1 second. Bank Pal, no listing, 11/13/2000. Well, I will call information in New York, and the operator will tell me that this person is the best hematologist in the city. And I will take my little carriage with all of my little medical documents. And he says, I'm in charge of all of the Bellevue Hospital interns. And we will find out. I paid him like $400. And then I paid them $60. I fulfilled an income requirement in the city. It's not free. June the 13th, 2001, $60. That's for rehab. Oh, it's beautiful. There it is. Oh, you should go to Bellevue. If you haven't, if you're president, I think they use Bellevue. Go walk in the hallway. You have the examining room, then you have the little doctor's room, and then you have the little hallway where they walk. Well, I walk too. It is that river, and then there it is. The United Nations. What a view. How could they ever be unhappy? And then there's like donuts outside. Oh, you have to pay. It's not Krispy Kreme. That's for the people inside. Bellevue Hospital. You know what the problem with Bellevue is? They never cash these checks at the same time. That's Chase Manhattan Bank. Just gets worse. June the 5th, 2001. Yeah, because they think there's internal bleeding. General medicine. Oh, this one's stamped really nice. It's really nice. GI. Yeah. There's the next one, $3,735. Well, 3,000. In life, how do you declare medical? Do you have to pay the whole thing at once? Because I could never do that, and I think it can only be that way. That must be nice. Yeah, I'm just an easy. That's it. MPG, Metropolitan Psych Group. Oh, I'm sorry. Who paid your major medical expenses if you were in college? May 11th, 1992, $120. I'm just looking for this one, and I will find it. Unless I moved it. Wouldn't that be horrible? Just so we're clear, the Metropolitan Psychiatric Group for $85 is Dr. SOREL. June 3rd, 1993, $85. SOREL. Now, this presented twice. Georgetown Hospital did that to me once too, and I documented it fully to Social Security Disability. Because that was not true. Presented twice, there is no reason. I don't write checks when there's no money in it. 9.2711D. And I took it. I took it when I informed Marislaw Ciente. I am only in that facility for the extended amounts of time because he repeatedly cancels. Who are you charging? The first time you're charging me. And I wrote a lengthy letter to the charity board who absolved me. Now this is becoming a game because it's Medicare and they don't care. You are charging my card. I said to Marislaw, I've been to the law library and you could have used 9.2711D. And I said to him, use it. Marislaw didn't use it. I am not, that's a court of law and not even a real one. So. I was looking for this. Who made it this color? I really mean that. What's going on? I don't know. I was looking for this, but it was gone from the computer. June the 30th, 1994. So basically, you're Mr. Potter. They all, nobody. That's funny. You're Sheena Demery in charge of human resources. Forget about my cousin works there. They take our insurance. She didn't know either. It's 4:30 in the morning. Mary Beth Davies is my peer. Like, peer to what? The human resources of KINKOS nationwide? I am not allowed to speak negatively about, look, I have to go to school, bye. If you think, look, it is so bad what they're doing, you're going to take I am defending my education as she is defending hers. Well, Eleanor Roosevelt High School, I wanted to work in the gas station across the street. And I met Liz from my orientation. And she said, what are you doing? I'm looking for a job. I said, I want to go to that gas station, but I can't tell where you pee. I don't see a bathroom. She says, why don't you go to KINKOS? I've never heard of it. Never heard of it? You've never had a packet from KINKOS? No. It's right here. It is. So I went there. That's why. Because of Liz. And Liz, what music do you listen to? We listen to Christian rock. What's that? Amy Grant. So look, you took a group of highly intelligent individuals. Rhonda Henderson, a graduate of Eleanor Roosevelt. Sheena Demery, a graduate of Eleanor Roosevelt. Stacy Felsen Grossfield, a graduate of Eleanor Roosevelt. You bust them because that is a STEM before STEM. They are more capable of handling media inquiries, of which I don't think they were mediafied. Who did you mediafy? The ones that you are desegregating and busing. I am a social worker. That is social work. I don't care for her, She is like Erickson and Freud, only any person who doesn't want to have a discussion with another person as a social worker, because I'm ahead. Like I said, they were born there. I'm from Tarrytown, New York. And I think if Nelson Rockefeller wanted me to know something, he would have said it. You should know. What kindergarten did you go to? We have a parachute. I see you all doing these wrist things at the gym, like 500 pounds. And I know it's very hard to type at some time. Why don't you just do the parachute in the playground before class? I know they got rid of gym for some of you, but didn't you have a gym teacher? I don't think he gets paid. He has to fold up the parachute. It's official. It's a big one. They're landing. Woo! And then you're running. Pierre Thomas, Psychiatric Hospital Group to pay record fine. Washington Post, 1994, a national chain of psychiatric hospitals. $379 million in fines. National Medical Enterprises, NME. I don't think I got letterhead for, well, whatever. So much, you're there and you're not there, and then you're like, how'd that happen? I was right there. Well, I don't know. Entered the agreement with the Department of Justice and Health and Human Services in what was described as the largest healthcare fraud settlement in the U.S. Then you explain to me how this Shanita Cutler of the Department of Justice, Office for Civil Rights, Excessive Force Unit, nobody did anything to you. That's interesting. Now this, let's see. The California-based company has been the subject of numerous lawsuits by patients alleging insurance fraud. I don't know anything about it. Why isn't somebody writing me a letter? And look, at this point, it is what it is. But like I said, you can all, my little diploma, and I see nothing wrong with it. Mr. Spencer signed it until Mr. Spencer says, I shouldn't have signed any of them. Until his son, we were sitting on that wall together, done most for Sleepy Hollow High School. Until he renounces his father's ability to create a curriculum, sticks and stones may break my bones. And I'm not going to get the Social Security Disability New York, I am still disabled letter where I specifically said I was studying to be a social worker at UMBC, so we would have been colleagues. Now, your UMUC via the internet, you got this. I waited years to get this MRI. Kurtzopoulos to Sharon Theodora Lewis, October 10th, 2006. Page 179 of 963. You know, personal medical information. They're a great little company. I'm just saying. But they lie about what a diamond looks like. It was tiny. Just saying. Oh, come on. There was this woman when I was working the business card, greeting card section, and they came to announce their wedding. Her ring was, it was like the size of the record player. Oh, it's great. And I think they were from Scarborough, New York. March 16th, 2007. You know, civility is at the end of the meeting when I'm wrapping everything up and I told them, here is the receipt for the return of the books that came from your library, UPS. Civility would have been, Miss Kurtzopoulos, there is a blizzard coming. No, I didn't know about that blizzard. Maybe even Marriott Courtyard. There's a blizzard coming. No, I don't know about no blizzard. And then I come home, unload the rental, get yelled at by Columbia University tenant telling me to shut up, and I own the house. I will unpack everything. I will get in the car. I will go to the top of Main Street where they now, for some reason, have moved the entire light. So why? I mean, the sign that says no turn on red. I saw them put it there in 77. I know what the sign said, no turn on red. It's not turning green. I don't want my back tires to get stuck in ice, water, snow. And it's a rental. What am I going to do? Go into 7-Eleven and say, help me? They'll steal the car. You think they wouldn't? Well, I got a ticket. And then the gentleman wants to know, the officer, why do you have Maryland tags? I said to him, excuse me, I'm going to reach into the glove compartment, if that's okay with you, and get the rental information. The car New York gave me, it had an acceleration problem. You tap, woo! I drove 350 miles in a rain blizzard, and the window didn't go up. So I suggest when you rent from Avis, you go around the block, check the windows. I told the guy who came to pick it up and give me another car, do not accelerate. You will go flying off the top. For whatever reason, they have moved that sign to the top of the lights. There was a snow blizzard. I suggest that if you ever go to court, you do not show your documents. You put them in a paper bag. Well, the first time I had the newspaper, Tarrytown Daily News, blizzard. Well, he didn't show up, Officer Purdy. Officer Purdy will sue the village of Tarrytown for discrimination after I leave. No one said Officer Rodriguez was Spanish. We don't discriminate. Well, the second time, it's a sunny day.